Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing a step-by-step on the makeup look that I'm wearing right now. I have no idea what I'm calling this look yet, but my idea for today was to do something super like glowy and bronzy. A smoky eye that could be beautiful and just complimentary on so many skin tones. So this is the look that I came up with. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into it. So today I'm going to be starting off with my base. So for primer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I really love this primer. It is one of those primers that are really inexpensive but really works. This does such a good job with smoothing out like my pores, and it just fills everything in and just makes my skin feel like literally a baby's butt. For foundation, I am going to be using the Dior Forever foundation. I love this foundation. It smells so good. It smells so good, you guys. I feel like these foundations, like expensive foundations, they have like the best scent ever. My only complaint with this foundation is that the shade range is horrible. Like, I feel like they only have like 10 shades, and there's like so many different skin tones in the world. Why do you only have 10 shades of foundation, Dior? Honestly, it's horrible. But I'm just gonna be applying this with my Real Techniques sponge. I'm just gonna be going like in pouncing motions. I never ever wipe away the product when I'm like applying my foundation with a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. I never like wipe. All I do is press in. I go patting motions. For concealer, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, my baby. I love this concealer so much. A little amount of this concealer goes such a long way. I am just going to be putting a little on the back of my hand, and I'm going to be applying it in the areas that I want it. So under my eyes, and I always want it to be shaped upwards. I'm gonna blend it out. Also gonna be setting my like eyelids with it, because I do that as like a base for my eyeshadow. I said that so weird. Eyeshadow. For my eyeshadow. So as always, the way that I blend my concealer out or anything on my face using a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, I go in patting motions. So anytime you rub or wipe your concealer, you're like literally taking away the product. So make sure that you're going in patting motions. That ensures that you get your money worth for your product. Okay, so now I'm gonna be putting a little on my nose. That's a lot. Okay, so now picking up the Sacha Buttercup powder, I am going to be setting the areas that I highlighted. So my under eye area, but I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any creases under there before I put any powders. I'm just gonna be kind of setting, not really baking as much. Okay, so now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fix powder. I use this in the shade NW43. And I'm not going to be doing it for extra coverage. I'm only going to be lightly setting it so that everything stays in place and it doesn't move. Because this foundation is not completely matte and I have oily skin, so I need to set my foundation or it's going to be going places and doing things that I do not want it to be doing. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm going to be playing with the Morphe 24G Grand Glam palette. I've had this palette like for 2.5 months and I haven't even like played with it yet. I was swatching them but I haven't like had time like to sit down and really test it out and play with it, because it's like, it looks like every other palette now, so you know, it's not much to play with. I'm gonna be starting off with this shade right here, this one right here, as my transition shade. Dang, that has a lot of kick up. Okay, so I'm just gonna add that in my crease, and I'm gonna go windshield wipe for motions. I mean, the color is gorgeous, but I don't know. My brush was kind of dirty, so it's probably showing you some other color that I already had on my lid. Let me zoom you in a little. I'm out of focus. There we go. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to be picking up is this one right here. And I am going to be applying that to like the outer corner of my eyes. I'm going back in with the first brush that I use to blend everything out and make sure that I don't have any harsh lines. Now I'm going in with my lid shade, which is the ColourPop. No, this is not the shade that I want. Okay, this eyeshadow here from ColourPop. This is in the shade Millionaire. It's so pretty and I love it. So I'm just going to be applying that on my lid. I feel like the best way to use these eyeshadows are with your finger, because they do not show up as much if you don't use them with your finger. Now to line my eyes, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Studio Black is Black gel liner. And I'm going to make a kind of thin wing. I'm not going to be going overboard with my wing today. Okay, I like how I started off by saying I'm not gonna do an intense wing, and 5 minutes later I look like my wing is sharp enough to cut someone. I'm going to apply my lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so my lashes are finally on. I literally took like a 20-minute break. I couldn't find my lash glue anywhere. So now I'm gonna do my lower lash line. I'm gonna use this palette again. I'm gonna be using this shade right here. And yeah, that's the only shade I'm gonna use from there. I'm gonna use that shade. And I'm just gonna be smoking out my lower lash line. I stink with doing this on camera. Like, I stink at it. I'm so bad at doing this on camera. But I'm gonna try my best. Now to blend everything out, I'm going to be picking up this first shade that I used on my same exact pencil brush. And I'm going to just be going over top of that. To make it even more smokier, I am going to be using my exact same gel liner, and I'm going to be lining my water line with these. Hold on. So I'm going to be popping it in there. Going back in with my pencil brush that I've been using with no additional product, I'm only going to be blending everything out so that everything's like nice and smoky with no harsh lines. Now for my inner corner highlight, I want to use one of these 3 shades right here. I'm going to try out the first one. I'm going to be popping that in my tear duct. I want this to be really bright and stand out. For my contour, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match powder. I really like using a powder as my contour shade. Look how creamy that is. Instead of like a contour powder, because sometimes they can be like too gray and they don't work for me. So I just use this instead. I'm gonna be contouring. To bronze my skin up a little more, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Golden. It bothers me. For blush, I'm going to be using my favorite blush palette at the moment. This is the e.l.f. blush palette that I've been loving so much ever since I got it. I'm going to be using this shade right here. So pretty. And I'm going to be packing that on basically. I want a lot of blush today because my eyes are not like popping, so you know. That's actually just an excuse for me to apply way more blush than I need. Because I know I'm going overboard with kind of everything tonight. But for highlight, I'm going to use my exact same highlight that I always use, the one from the Carli Bybel palette. And I'm going to be using this big brush because I don't want like a precise highlight today on my face, like on my cheek area. But for my nose, I'm going to be using my exact same brush. But Lord, look at that. Perfection. Look at that. I'm sorry if I'm blinding you guys, but perfection. I'm actually going to use this for the tip of my nose as well. Okay, for my lips, I'm going to be using these two right here. My usual lip liner that I use in every single video. And I'm going to be using it with this lipstick, which is like the perfect match for it. But I'm not really sure where this is from. If I find it, I will kind of list it down below, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to be lining my lips. To set my face, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. So guys, this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.